Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here and investing your time in improving your English and yourself. Today, I want to share my story about learning English, my feelings about learning a language, and some simple ideas that help me stay calm and happy when I study English. If you are listening to this podcast, maybe you are learning English now, or maybe you want to improve your English little by little, and I hope my story can help you feel more confident. I learn English because English is a very useful language, and it helps me connect with the world in many different ways. When I learn English, I can talk to people from other countries, understand different cultures, and feel more comfortable when I travel or use the internet. English helps me read books, watch videos, listen to music, and learn new things, and this makes my life more interesting. But learning English is not easy, and sometimes it can feel slow and difficult. One important thing I learn about English is that learning a language needs a lot of time and patience, and it cannot happen very fast. When I first started learning English, I wanted to speak well quickly, but I soon understood that English needs daily practice and time. If I study English for a short time every day, even just a few minutes, I feel better and more confident than when I study only one day a week. Little steps every day help me move forward, and this makes learning English feel easier and less stressful. When I learn English, I have many different feelings, and sometimes these feelings change from day to day. Some days I feel happy and excited because I understand a new word or a new sentence, and this makes me feel proud. Other days I feel tired, nervous, or frustrated because I cannot understand what people say or I cannot say what I want to say. Sometimes I am afraid of making mistakes when I speak English, and I worry that other people will laugh or not understand me. But over time, I learned that these feelings are normal, and everyone who learns a language feels this way. One very important thing I learn is that making mistakes is not a bad thing, and it is actually a very helpful part of learning English. When I make a mistake, I can learn what is right and what I need to practice more next time. I make mistakes with grammar, with pronunciation, and with choosing the right words, but I try not to be angry with myself. If I never speak because I am afraid of mistakes, my English will not improve and I will not feel confident. So now I try to speak more, even when my English is not perfect, because practice helps me get better. For me, learning English is easier when it is fun and relaxed, not when it feels like a test or a problem. One way I make learning English fun is by choosing topics that I like and enjoy in my free time. If I like music, I listen to English songs and read the lyrics slowly, and if I like movies, I watch movies in English with simple subtitles. When I enjoy the content, I feel more motivated, and learning English feels like something I want to do, not something I must do. Reading in English helps me learn new words and understand sentence structure, but I try to read things that are interesting and not too difficult. I do not read long or boring books because that makes me tired and want to stop. I like reading short stories, simple articles, or social media posts in English because they are easier to understand and fit into my daily life. When I read something I like, I feel more relaxed and I can remember new words more easily. Listening to English is very important, and I try to listen to English in many different ways. I watch short videos, listen to podcasts, or watch YouTube channels that speak slowly and clearly. I do not try to understand every word because that can make me feel stressed, and I know that understanding the main idea is enough. When I listen again and again, my ears slowly get used to the sound of English, and this helps me understand more over time. Speaking English is sometimes the hardest part for me, but it is also the most important part of learning. When I speak English with other people, I feel nervous at first, but after some time, I feel more comfortable. I try to speak English with friends, classmates, or people online who are also learning English. Speaking with kind and patient people helps me feel safe, and it helps my English improve naturally. Learning English is not only about words and grammar, but also about feelings and confidence. I try to be kind to myself when I make mistakes or feel slow, and I remind myself that learning takes time. I do not